Hello butterflies and dragonflies. Today is another grow lesson. So this lesson is for anybody who feels that they need a real challenge now, and if you feel that actually you need to practice with your subtraction methods a little bit more, then you're going to choose the other task. But otherwise, we're going to have a go at some complex problem solving today. So today you are going to be solving a complex problem, and it's a creating lesson because you have to create and find a solution. So I want you to decide how to start. Then you've got to evaluate whether you've succeeded or not with the problem, and then use your evaluation to try again. So let me show you what the problem is that I want you to solve today. Here's the problem, and there's a link to it on the timetable and on the website, and it's called Find the Difference. So you've got to place the numbers 1 to 6 in the circles so that each number is the difference between the two numbers just below it. So for example, if you had 3 here, 2 here, and 5 here, this number is the difference between these two. 3 is the difference between 2 and 5. So if you had 5 and you took away 2, you would end up with 3. The minuend, subtrahend, the difference. That's the number between these two numbers. So you've got to work out a solution that will mean that every number that you put in, the number above it will be the difference between the two below it. So is 5 the difference between 1 and 4? Is 2 the difference between 4 and 6? If it is, then you've solved the problem. But you need to think, how are you going to start? Then you need to have a go. Then you need to think about, have I achieved it? So you need to check whether every time the number above it is the difference between the two below it. And if you have succeeded, great, go on to challenge 2, and I'll go through that with you in a minute. If you haven't succeeded, you need to think about why. What could you try differently next time? Which numbers don't quite work? And have another go. So by the end of the lesson, you hopefully will have been able to solve it. There's 3 different types of challenges that I want you to choose which one will suit you. So challenge 1 is just to find one solution to that problem, okay, and see if you can have a go and solve it. Challenge 2 is think about how many different solutions are there, how many different ways can you solve that problem. So how many different ways are there that you can put the numbers in, and it will still mean that every time there's a number in one of the circles, the 2 numbers beneath it it's the difference of the 2 numbers beneath it. Challenge 3, again, you need to think about how many different solutions you can find, but I then want you to explain your solution. Why does it work? What were your thought processes as you were solving it? How did you start? Why did you start that way? What were you thinking? What was your idea? What did you try that didn't work? Did you notice any number patterns? And then afterwards, create some top tips that will help somebody else have a go. Once you've finished that problem solving task, if you want to, there's an optional extension. And I'll show you the extension now. So again, there's a link to it on the website. Okay. This extension is more challenging because you've got to use the numbers 1 to 10 in the circle so that each number is the difference between the 2 numbers just below it. So it's the same problem, but it is more challenging because there are more numbers to fit in. So have a go at that one if you have time at the end of the session. Okay, good luck everybody. I can't wait to see your solutions.